Hi guys, good morning. It's an exciting day for today. Prepare ko muna yung mga gifts ko. Una, itong aking souvenir para sa kanilang dalawa. Ito yung astig cup. Alright? And then, syempre, meron din akong binalot na Super Lola bagoong. Dalawang flavor yan. Merong sweet at syempre, merong spicy. Okay. Ngayon, babalutin ko ito. After kong balutin yan, gusto ko makita nyo. Naghanda ako ng aking susuotin for this special day.
I would say Dennis Padilla is beating the deadbeat allegations with these gifts of his.
Beating the deadbeat allegation.
Yep.
Yeah, what a phrase.
Yeah, I can't. I tried. I can't. I can't. Like, even if there wasn't that big of an issue with him being a deadbeat dad, if this was the gift that I'd be receiving on my wedding day, I'd get the bagoong.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Bagoong.
Is that
I'll
his
take.
own brand? Or is that
The
someone
bagoong?
else's? Yeah.
From the comments, it was sponsored. I mean, is he hurting for cash? Maybe. But to brag about it?
Like put it out in social media?
Yeah.
That's so silly. That's so stupid.
That's...
I would just keep it to myself.
I don't know his game plan.
Me too.
What was your game plan?
It sounds
by
like a
then?
pity party, like that video.
Yes.
At first, it was, I don't know if it's a joke. It sounds like a joke at first. It would have been better if he left it like a joke, and then then stopping it, and then after, and then it became serious, right? Like,
I kind of feel bad because he was so excited with his gifts. But really, that cap? Does he think his son-in-law will be wearing that kind of
that
hat?
astig,
Yeah.
astig hat.
It just shows he really doesn't have any relationship with his daughter.
Because I would be ashamed. I would be ashamed if I'm his daughter or son.
What if you were the son-in-law and then you're receiving that?
Well, of course I'm gonna accept it
To be polite.
to be polite,
To be polite.
but I'm not gonna wear it. I think even my driver is not gonna wear it.
Yeah. Your wife-to-be would probably tell you that you don't have to overextend and try to be polite.
Yeah, she'll be apologetic for sure to
Yeah.
Basti. Is it Basti?
Basti Lorenzo?
Basti Lorenzo?
Yeah. That guy's pretty conyo.
Yeah. More than Konyo.
Yeah, loaded.
Loaded, yeah.
From
Chaebol?
Aldrich.
Chaebol.
Yeah, Chaebol.
He's a
Aldrich.
Chaebol, old rich, old money.
I don't like seeing the guy. I don't see him wearing that hat.
He probably doesn't even know the taste of bagoong. He's those kind of guys that hate the smell of bagoong.
I am not sure if there is bagoong from Del Monte.
I don't think there's any bagoong. Del Monte bagoong.
Yeah, the bagoong pretty thoughtful. Okay, but the hat.
Because you know what? Like when I watch it, if I'm the son-in-law, or let's say Basti, or the daughter, Claudia, is he hinting something with these gifts?
Yeah.
Right? Is there a secret code to these gifts?
If I was Claudia, I don't know how I would feel with him putting this out in video.
Yeah.
Are you trying to garner sympathy from the boomers? Are you trying to gain sympathy from the people who will say, that's still your dad?
Yeah.
Tatay mo pa rin yan. I don't know if he is trying to gain sympathy from those people. I don't know what his play is. I will already feel a certain type of way if that is what I receive as a wedding gift.
Yeah.
But it's another level for him to be putting this out in social media.
Yeah.
I'm gonna feel like, what is my dad angling?
Yeah, with these gifts, so-called gifts.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the messages in this video.
Yeah. They are estranged already, and this kind of wedding gift would not be helping. They're saying he's narcissist. Like, even the gifts is all about him. First, I didn't want to talk about this because it's too much showbiz.
Chismis.
Before Claudia Barreto's mom had that interview showing her side of the story, I was on Dennis Padilla's side
Okay. Really?
before.
Okay.
Because all I know of the sisters are they are a showbiz clan.
Yeah.
And
And they have their own agendas.
they're always fighting.
Fighting, yes.
And it's always, every time they're in the news waves, it's always rotating.
Yeah.
Like who's
Like
siding with
divorce, like break up with this guy.
who. Yeah, it's always rotating. Like these two sisters are gonna be against the other sister, and then it's gonna rotate who's like on each side. And then when he put this out, and then when Marjorie Barreto showed her side of the story, deadbeat. That's all I got from it. Deadbeat.
Shameless.
Yeah. At first, I was like feeling for him. I wasn't even a dad by then.
Okay.
But much more now that I am a dad, and then my kid. No, no offense to my wife, but
Yeah.
our kid is like the center of our life. I just can't side with him being too selfish. It's always me, me, me. Woe is me. Like
Yeah.
any issue that pertains with his kids, he's always going to attach himself and make it all about
All
him.
about himself. Yeah.
Especially the wedding day where it's his girl.
Yeah, that's supposed to be their wedding.
Yep.
It's never gonna be about him, and
Yeah.
especially you've been estranged to the family, right?
His daughter, who's not really in showbiz, they're not really in the limelight. Of course, in the social circle, in the elite social
Yeah.
circle, they are, but they're not really in the limelight. But
Yeah,
then,
compared to the sister, right?
yes, but then with him inserting himself in the picture, him having a pity party
Yeah.
again. What if they wanted to be just married by themselves?
Like they really want it to be private, according to Marjorie.
See?
But now it's
Now,
not. It's not private anymore.
right. Now they got vultures like us
Yeah.
talking about it.
We even caught wind of this story
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, I didn't really want to talk about it up until I saw the video of him showing his gifts. Because if he was a deadbeat dad, it's not gonna affect me, really. At first, as I said, I kind of felt bad for him. But now I kind of feel bad for his daughter.
Yeah, for everyone else.
Especially for Marjorie, who pretty much kept quiet about stuff that went between them.
Even him being physically abusive.
Only came to light in her interview,
just
right?
now, right? She even lost her eardrum or something.
I didn't really watch her interview.
I was watching it earlier
Yeah.
because like
Trying to do research.
no, it's not being. I only want to listen to the intro, but it's just she sound very authentic there. I feel what she's trying to say, and I feel bad for the family.
Remember though, she's an actress.
That's true, but it's okay.
If she was acting, it was a good performance.
Yeah,
If it was true, well, I feel for her. But then, I didn't need that to want to talk about this.
Yeah.
All I needed was Dennis Padilla showing
Video.
his
His
gifts.
gifts.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a clout play because I saw some comments talking about him running for councilor.
He used to be a counselor, right?
I don't
I know Marjorie used to be something
Marjorie's running this
Caloocan.
time as a councilor too.
Okay.
I don't know if both of them are running this
Against
time
each other?
and against each other. They probably won't be in the same party.
Yeah. They don't even want to sit beside each other during the
Yeah.
wedding.
I know it hurts.
Like being a dad, right?
Being a dad.
You being a dad.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that?
I revere my father-in-law. If he was in Dennis Padilla's position, I will be trying to bridge the gap between them. But of course, on a wedding day, it's the bride's
Day.
rules
Yeah.
that's gonna go. And if she says no, that's a no for me because it's the bride's day.
Yeah.
If I feel like he's gonna take up the spotlight, I'm gonna go with my bride's judgment. But if it's in normal circumstances, I revere my father-in-law. And if this is the kind of father-in-law that you'll be having,
Are you gonna be having second thoughts?
real. The big issue with it for me is he posted it on social media. I don't know if it's a cloud play. If he was just dumb, I'd understand. I'd be more
He's not
lenient.
dumb. I don't think he's dumb.
No, if he was.
Yeah.
Now I know he's not dumb because he posted it on social media. It can be perceived as dumb, but I can see he is angling for something.
For sympathy.
For sympathy, for clout.
And then there's gonna be a bunch of interviews after that too.
Yeah.
More content that's popping out from him. Like
Yeah. But now he just seems desperate for the
Attention.
spotlight, for
Yeah.
attention. Yeah.
On the expense of who? Your daughter.
His baby girl.
Baby girl, right?
Baby girl. He's tried to leech off of his more popular daughter, who's more on the spotlight.
Yeah.
He's tried already. Before, I would side with him being the estranged dad, because he's always talking about he doesn't have a relationship with his kids, but it's easier now to understand why.
And why is he always mentioning that in interviews and putting that out online? It's like him saying that my kids have neglected me. They don't care about me.
Yeah, it's always
Even
about
though
me.
I'm the dad and they don't reach out to me. They don't think about me.
It sucks,
Yeah.
but I kind of understand why now. Again, before I was saying I kind of felt for him, but later on I realized his kids are adults now. They have more understanding of the world, and they still don't give their estranged dad the time of the day.
Unless Marjorie brainwashed these
But
kids.
still, they were
right?
old enough already to think for themselves.
But still,
That's what I
like,
was
if you
saying.
were brainwashed since you were a kid, even you're an adult, like it's just gonna be stuck in your head what your dad did to us.
Sure,
Right?
but for me, if he put more effort into being into their lives than running to the media
Yeah.
and just crying about it, if I was their kid, I would see the effort than just seeing him cry about everything
Yeah.
that's been happening to his own life.
And he has his own family now too, right?
That I don't know.
I think so, yeah.
That
Anyways,
I
yeah.
don't know. It's just funny. I saw him. This was an old issue. It's just funny that I saw him complaining about his kids not using his last name,
Okay.
when him specifically is
Yeah.
not using his own last name.
What's his? Because Padilla is not their last
Yeah,
name, right?
And they're not related.
Yeah, to Robin Padilla.
To the Padilla
Yeah,
clan.
the Padilla brothers.
Apparently, I just saw it on a
Reddit?
comment in Reddit,
Okay.
where the story was his father, Dencho Padilla, had some acting gigs before, and then when it was out to distribute the payroll, he was trying to wait out Divya,
Okay.
but his name was under Dencho Padilla, and then he just started
Yeah,
using
using
Dencho
that.
Padilla, and then there is also name recall that's connected with the Padilla name, so he ended up using it. And then when he got into showbiz, he used that
The
as
Padilla
well.
too.
Yeah. And you know that brother of his?
Which one?
You know that brother of his who started posting on social media too, like trying to get sympathy too, where he was saying they traveled from Central Luzon to the southern part of Manila just to be there at the wedding, and then Marjorie responded with, "You weren't even invited." Apparently, I didn't know his name. I knew his face, but I didn't know that they were brothers.
Oh, who's this?
Gene Padilla. This guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know that was his name.
He's just a tambay all the time.
Yeah. He's like
A goon or like
sidekick
a sidekick comedian. Yeah.
I didn't know that they were brothers. He is a big accomplice to his brother's pity party.
Nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose.
They have nothing to lose.
Yeah, nothing to lose because
He
Dennis
lost
Padilla
everything.
lost his relationship with
With the
his
daughter,
kids
yeah,
already.
the wife.
But yeah. Again, it's just us.
Iffy
Vultures feasting on topics like this. Shout outs to Dennis Padilla
Padilla.
for putting out your gifts
Yeah.
in social media.
And if ever Dennis Padilla wants to gift his merchandise to us, you can keep it. I don't see myself rocking those hats
Yeah.
anyways. The bagoong, maybe.
Sure.
Sure.
Spicy.
Spicy, please.
That's
Not
what he
the
said.
like not the regular ones.
It's just next level. It seems to be also sponsored,
Yeah.
not even from his own pocket. I don't know. He hasn't had like any gigs for a while.
I used to like him. Is that the greatest? But
Yeah,
he's okay.
he's okay.
Yeah.
But again, he's probably those celebrities that doesn't have discipline with their wealth, and he's probably out
Yeah.
already. Probably no savings whatsoever,
The pockets are empty.
and just trying to cling on to any sort of relevance that their name has.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout outs to Dennis Padilla,
Congratulations to
To
Claudia.
Claudia, and
Is Claudia?
Basti,
Yeah, and Basti.
Lorenzo.
I feel bad for you guys that you have to go through this.
Yeah, but as we're saying that, I feel kind of a hypocrite because we're jumping in on the
Yeah.
bandwagon.
Supposed to be a private wedding,
Yeah.
and we even caught wind here in Canada.
Yeah. Hey, we gotta eat.
Yeah, we gotta
We
eat
gotta
too.
eat. So
Yeah.
if it's kind of trending and
Yeah.
we might have a different, it's not even a different take, but I don't know. The video. Thank you, Dennis.
Yeah,
That's
thank
all I
you.
want to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, you got Edmund here.
You got me, 2X,
And this is Twice the D.